Okay.
I see it's scheduled. Oh, you even scheduled it. You did it fancy this time.
I didn't schedule it.
Yeah, you scheduled it this time. You didn't just go live.
Yeah, that's... I didn't even know I could do that. There's, like, when I do it here, I just press go. There's no, like, scheduling feature that I see. But
I went to the YouTube channel and said, oh, schedule for 3:35. And I'm like, oh, fancy.
in any case, I got the mic. Just keep in mind of it to make sure it's protected as much as possible.
Let's see.
And that's it.
Alright, so we put this, what is left in here?
What is left?
Yeah.
Just like gaffing tape and to put it.
Yeah, I'll put it right here.
If you want, you can put it in the press box. Like, yeah.
Do you need anything in here?
No, I have. All I need is out.
Okay.
So
and you have the hotspot out of the box, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Halftime, you fix it. When you fix it at halftime, you check it. Okay, otherwise you stay.
Not the microphone?
Yep.
Hello everyone and welcome to World War II Veterans Memorial Field here in Canton, Massachusetts, where the Canton Bulldogs are getting ready to face the Oliver Ames Tigers in varsity girls lacrosse action. I'm Kevin Prake, joined by the audio technician and camera operator Saeed. We're here to bring you this last regular season game for these two teams. This regular season has been 2 years in the making and it all comes to an end today. Yes, all good things must come to an end. And if you ask the students, athletes, their parents, or their coaches, this is a good thing. As the two teams take the field, the Oliver Ames Tigers are in the black jerseys with the orange numbers, or the orange numbers with the white trim, either orange numbers with white trim or white numbers with orange trim. The Bulldogs are in the white tops with the green numbers and the green bottoms. It's an MIAA rule that the away team has to wear a darker color than the home team. You learn something new every day. Or you already knew that. Either way, thank you for joining us. As the two teams are getting set for the opening draw and getting set for this big time matchup, it's a good time as the teams continue. Just send this one sky high, and we are underway here on Flag Day. And going back and forth now is Oliver Ames with the first advantage, trying to get it past Aaron Beatty, and Beatty blocks it. And Beatty slings it over to, looked to be Kayla Albert, who has the long, it's actually Devin Spinelli, who has the long pink sleeves here today in the Drizzly Times on June 14th. And that one will be over the hands of number 14, Emily McCabe. Starters for today's game would be For Canton, senior captain Grace Hannigan wearing the number 9. Junior captain, number 28, Allie McCabe. Number 1, sophomore Sierra Abbott. Number 10, Carly Fitzgerald. Number 22, Devin Spinelli. Number 23, Sydney Gallery. Number 24, Kayla Albert. Number 25, Faye Gallery. Number 30, the goalie, Erin Beatty. Number 42, Abby Dimmick. And number 60, Ellie Eaton, along with 63, Tess Corey. As the Bulldogs looking to score here early in this one, the starters for the Oliver Ames Tigers are as follows. As we have the first spectators here today, as they are coming in. Sitting down, wiping down the bench here, and that one will be blocked by the goalie there, Jess Whittup, who is the starting goalie wearing the number 77. And defensive battle as the Tigers take over there. Their starters include Liliana Lozano, senior captain Emily Nuss, senior captain Emma Pereira, who we'll get to, has had an outstanding year and is one of HockeyMockSports.com's players to watch in 2021. Senior Emma Shakansky, wearing the number 1. Number 5, Taylor McAndrew. Number 9, Ava Costello. Number 10, Georgia Costello. Number 12, Ella Islaby. As the whistle sounds on that one, it looks like they went out of bounds, and it'll be going towards the Tigers side of the field, so Bulldogs will have it. Number 16, Hannah Walker. 17, Haley Bourne. Number 18, Katie Wilson. And the goalie, number 77, Jess Whittup. Number 10 blocking number 10 from each team, and it will be coming down to the side into the 8-meter fan as the team is looking to get the crease and score the first time in this contest. 9:28 left to go in the first quarter. In the state tournament, they're debating whether or not they will have quarters instead of the traditional halves. The quarters were put in due to COVID restrictions. And going down behind the cage now onto the X. And the ball is dropped, and it is going to be a scramble for it, and it looks like the Bulldogs come up with it. Looks like Hannigan passes it over to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is going to chase this one down, scoops it up, just no fluid motion. Textbook right there, and then she is being chased down as more spectators file into Memorial Field. And going back and forth now is the turnover, and Oliver Ames taking it down and looking past the restricting line, which would be the 30-yard line, which they just passed. And then backed up, and it will be picked up. Now it's on the Y. Team's going to go back and forth today, and it looks like the Bulldogs will be jockeying for position there after the whistle blows. Everybody getting set up and put in the right position. After 2 years of waiting, the players playing this game are not taking it lightly at any stretch. After such a long period of time, nearly 2 years, over 700 days before this season happened. It's a long journey to get here, but now they are setting up a shot inside the 8-meter fan, and it will be shot and no good at that juncture. And that'll be the first goal scored with 7:20 left to go in the first quarter. The Oliver Ames Tigers lead the Canton Bulldogs. As more people file into the Canton High School turf. There's no wind, just a little drizzle. But enough to bring an umbrella, a raincoat, any sort of protection of that nature. and they'll be going for the draw coming up. Referee setting the ball in, making sure it's level, everybody's fair. Inside the draw circle, right inside the gap in the Canton Sea to represent the viaduct. One of only two working viaducts in the country. I believe the other one is in Chicago, but I'm not sure. Spinelli, who's had a great year, is trying to maneuver her way around and gets behind the cage and passes it off. And now going around and around they go. The Bulldogs trying to get this ball to end up into the cage, and it will. And it looks like it was an assist from Faye Nelson, but in the gray sleeves was the goal scored. So we're knotted at 1 just 24 seconds after the last goal. Looks like Allie McCabe and number 21, Lizzie Noziak, taking the draw here. Number 21 for the Bulldogs with the goal there, sporting the gray sleeves. And it will be coming down, and the Oliver Ames Tigers winning that possession right there. And they will take it down to almost down to the crease. Now they're behind the cage now, and then takes this one and crosses it over. The Oliver Ames Tigers coach, Jen Rogan, calling for smart passing for her team, as this one will be missed and picked up by the Bulldogs. It looks like Faye Gallery will be taking this one up the field. As the rain starts to intensify a little bit more here, hopefully you're enjoying this in a warm, dry environment, either on Canton Community Television, CantonCommunityTV.org, or on the Canton Athletics YouTube channel. And the pass looking to come on down. And by the applause from the Oliver Ames side of things, I'm going to say it was no good for Canton. A lot of people retying shoes. That's the second one I've seen. And so the shot going right over. And number 14, Anna Palillo, will be taking this one up, being blocked by a trio of Bulldogs. And Yeaton will be taking this one, and she scores. So with 5:27 left to go in the first quarter, the Bulldogs lead the Oliver Ames Tigers for the first time in this game, 2-1, as they will have mass substitutions for the Tigers. 10, 22, and 17 coming into the game. Be Kayla Maggot. Sporting number 22, Haley Bourne, 17. Along with their teammate. And people are still running around the track, and they don't have an umbrella or anything. Still getting those miles in as more people continue to file in here. They're coming, it looks like Spinelli. I'm trying to get that draw. And the Bulldogs looking for another score there, quick and fast, but it was no good. 4:58 left to go in the first quarter. 2-1 the score. The Bulldogs lead the Oliver Ames Tigers. Oliver Ames defeated the Bulldogs 11-6 in the last matchup these two teams had on Thursday. And the free shot is no good. After the penalty inside the 8-meter fan, all those are pretty much enhanced the penalties there. It's pretty big area. It's 8 meters. And that one will bounce past, and the Bulldogs looking to score again and just missed it. Just passed, but the encouragement coming from the Bulldogs sideline saying it was a good try, keep it up. Still a lot of game left to be played here. About 37 minutes or so. Thank you for joining us on Canton Community Television, Comcast 12, Verizon 41, and Verizon HD 2001-43. and on CantonCommunityTV.org. You can click stations, click student station, then click watch in the right-hand corner. You should be right there. So no matter if you're in Easton, if you're in wherever you may be, you can still catch this game as Faith Nelson checks in. Excuse me, that is number 14, who is Emily McCabe, coming in for Sierra Abbott. And the shot blocked by Beatty. Beatty gets it over to Ella, who sends it over to one of the only junior captain on the team. Then DeFay, junior to junior, and then over to the sophomore, Ella Eaton. Eaton, who already has a goal on the day, looking to set something up for her team and putting them up in a high percentage. Spinelli in a pickle between a couple of Tigers, and the Tigers come up with it as they are racing down there with the power cradle. Taking it down the sideline there and just gets it to the restraining line and hands it on off. And 2:43 remains in this first quarter. 2-1 the score. And looking for the shot, and it's in. So the tie game now at 2 apiece. And each team nodded at dose once more. Looked at that was number 22, Kayla Maggot, the freshman, who got that goal there. Excuse me, it was more than likely senior captain Emma Pereira, who was a three-sport captain, or three-sport athlete. He was actually the league MVP for ice hockey earlier this year. Was Emma Pereira, also one of HockeyMockSports.com's players to watch this season as the ball scoots out of the pocket of the Eaton stick and continues to go the other way with Haley Bourne. There were 3 Emmas on the Oliver Ames roster as the rain starting to come down at a more consistent basis. And the shot is bounced off and will go out of bounds. Under 2 minutes to go with the score tied at 2, waiting for the second quarter to start. A lot of twos. Tigers looking to sweep the Bulldogs in the season series, looking to get their second win. And it'll be picked off by the Bulldogs. And the long toss is successful, almost a la field day. And the Bulldogs will be continuing as Yeaton tries to split those defenders like bowling pins, but gets the ball off to her team instead. And somebody call Canton police because the ball just keeps getting stolen. And then down it goes to Emma Sharkansky, one of the 3 Emmas, as there's just about a minute left to go in the first quarter. And streaking down the field is what looked to be Katie Wilson. She was going fast down that field towards the cage. 40 seconds remaining in this first quarter. The free shot, no good. Set up on the nearest hash. And those are people standing here at Memorial Field. And then handed on off. Back again, over the head. And picked up by Bourne. Bourne's shot is stopped due to the whistle. Under 8 seconds remaining. Free shot trying to get set up. 4 seconds. 3-2, and it gets it off. The shot is over the net, and it'll be no good. So at the end of the first quarter, the 2 teams remain in a bow tie at 2-all. Most of the draft, Saeed and myself have been calling these games since fall of like October of last year, so various sports, and this is the most drastic change in COVID protocols that we have seen all academic year. The players started with masks on their faces, and everybody did, and then they went from having the players do not have to wear masks, but the spectators do. Now nobody does if they so choose. You can still wear one if you want, but now they have interdivision scheduled play to shaking hands to even a state tournament. All these things did not exist mere months ago, but now they do, as they have come a long way in a very long season. Or at least that is what assistant coach Casey Bradley told me, is that it feels like it's been a long season. As the team strategize and look to figure out what to do coming up in the second quarter here on a rainy World War II Veterans Memorial Field. As the team is looking to strategize and gather their thoughts for the start of the second quarter happening in just a few moments. Thank you for joining us on Canton Community Television, Comcast 12, Verizon 41, and Verizon HD 2143. And on CantonCommunityTV.org, you can go straight to the CantonCommunityTV.org website. Hit stations, hit student station, and then hit watch in the right-hand corner, and you'll be right there. You can also watch on the Canton Athletics YouTube channel, where you can type in Daniel Erickson into the YouTube search bar and you'll be able to find the game. Click the one that has the live icon in the bottom corner. It'll have a red box with white lettering saying live. As this broadcast is sponsored by the Canton Athletics Booster Club. As it looks to be Emma Pereira and Ali McCabe taking the draw. As the teams remain on the same side, they do the goalies. The ball is up high and comes down low, but nobody was in the middle, so nobody was too slow. And going down the field is number 10, Georgia Costello. Costello thinks about it, takes a second to regather, and the ball goes over, and it will look to be out of bounds. Be Bulldog ball as they look to maintain possession. Number 46, Ava Gilmore, out of bounds, so we'll give the ball over to the Tigers. The Tigers looking to gather some momentum here and gather that first place in terms of who's winning this game. As the mad scramble continues for the Dogs and the Tigers, both fierce animals, and continue to fight forward. And it will be intercepted there in the long toss. The long toss continues, and it will be successful. And number 25 will be taking this one. And Yeaton sends it over, looking for her second goal, but stopped by Whittup. As these two teams having some fun playing the sport that they enjoy. As the few crowd continues to give encouragement to both teams, actually. And going coast to coast is number 17, Haley Bourne trying to make a big play, and she does, and puts her team up 3-2 with 10:35 remaining in the first half. Haley Bourne did play the varsity girls basketball in the winter season. We'd be remiss if we did not mention the passing of Don Byron, the head coach of the Oliver Ames Tigers. On the boys team, the boys basketball team, Varsity, recently passing away. He led his team to a division title this past season, and our condolences go to his family and all that he impacted. As more people continue to file in, and the umbrellas are all different colors actually. There are black and white ones, black ones, blue and black, green and white, tie-dye, red and black, blue, all the different colors. And Ellie McCabe doing the dodge, getting this one over, and sending it over, but this one is picked off. And there's a yellow card, so that will be a non-releasable penalty, and it will be a man-up advantage for the Tigers. That is on number 25, Fay Gallery. As the teams line up. The referee making a little bit of a mistake, as she admits. Now talking to head coach Danny Anito, making sure they get everything right and straightened out. Fay Gallery will go back in at 8:20. So a 2-minute penalty. Now everybody getting set back up and action getting ready to be back underway. And going back and forth are the two teams, and the Tigers looking to go back and try to get something going here and add to their 3-2 lead over the Bulldogs, trying to sweep them and bring their winning streak into 4 straight games. Bulldogs looking to end their regular season on a high note. And back and forth they go, as the Bulldogs trying to be best defense here, and that blocked by Beatty. Looks like it went off the stick part of the lacrosse equipment, and it went bouncing high. It'll be Bulldogs sending it over to Spinelli. Spinelli sends it over to her teammate around midfield and gets it on over to her teammate Yeaton, as Yeaton crosses it, gets it to her teammate as the whistle blows, as Canton gets into the 8-meter. The Bulldogs with the shot, and it'll be in, and there'll be a goal for the Bulldogs, so tied again at 3 this time, not 2, 3. Looks like, even though the Bulldogs down a player, they still get the goal and tie up this game. It looks like that one went to Allie McCabe, the junior captain. Bulldogs don't have many junior captains on any of their teams, so when one of them does happen, you know it's a big deal, and you know that that person is a fantastic athlete. As the ball goes up, and it comes down just like, is it Newton's law of gravity? Whatever goes up must come down. I'm no scientist nor mathematician. That's why I am a broadcaster or a multimedia journalist, whatever you want to call it. And the team's going to go back and forth here. And they've been neck and neck this whole time. Now behind the cage. And Costello passes it. And now going all the way around, the fluid motion is what needs to happen in lacrosse. It's always what it's about, and right into the back of the net. And it'll be the score for the orange and black. 4-3 the score. The man-up advantage will be over in a mere 2 seconds, as the gallery will be back in. She is standing in the box, marked off by the 2 cones. The draw, up and away. And it'll be won by the Tigers. The man-up advantage now gone. And Shikansky doing some big plays here. Had some big plays in the last game, and the ball is getting swatted every which way. Might be playing the U.S. Open. That's just either concluded or finished. And they are acting like it, bouncing off the tennis rackets if they had those. And it looks like another goal was scored for the Tigers. 7:45 remaining in the second quarter. The Tigers take the biggest lead of the day, 2 goals. As the draw commencing once again. The Bulldogs not giving up easily. No Bulldog team goes down easily. And there's still a lot of time left to be played into this one. Over 25 minutes, actually over a half an hour. Nearly 33 minutes if you want to be more exact. The draw getting ready to set up, and off it goes. The rain has really ceased coming down for the most part, and going down is Spinelli, but there will be a flag there, or a whistle to stop play. Spinelli now has the free shot inside of the 8-meter. Waiting, tosses it, throws it, it's in! Spinelli, pink arms and all, with the rain protection, gets the goal. Big there from the freshman who has had a major impact on this team. So just when you think Oliver Ames was pulling away with it, the Bulldogs come right back. And now it's 5-4 in favor of the visiting team. The rain, as I said, that starts to pick up again. Spinelli wins the draw for the Bulldogs. And now going up is Gallery. Fade to be more precise. And the shot is blocked. That was a good play by the Bulldogs, and now it's going all over in front of the crease. Drew Giglio now trying to place the ball into the right position for her teammate. And it is a big block coming from the Tigers. And play stops as Kayla Albert had that one. Lining up for this free shot. Looks like Albert will be taking it. The shot is bounced right past. Bulldogs coaching staff encouraging their teammates after that play. And the Bulldogs still have the ball inside of the 8-meter fan, so they're still trying to make good work of this possession here. Sierra Abbott looking for open, but no good. That shot, Bulldogs recover and move forward. Emily McCabe looking to figure out where to go with it, but that ball is turned over to the Tigers, and it will be going to a Bulldogs had it, but then it was bounced out, and the referee stopped it and signaled that it would go towards the Tigers from Easton, which is where Oliver Ames is, just about 10 miles from Canton High School. As that is number 5, Taylor McAndrew. And now Katie Wilson picks this one up. 5:04 remaining in the first half. The Bulldogs down by 1. And the Bulldogs playing defense, trying to maintain the one. They don't want to go down by more than 1 point, which is the deficit right now. So they're looking to keep it that way. Oliver Ames obviously not looking to have that be the case, as the referee stoppage in play there. 4:44 left to go in the second quarter, which if you multiply that by 2 would be 4. A lot of 4s. We had 2s before, now we have 4s. The shot is blocked and it'll be picked up by the Bulldogs. BD sends it behind her, sends it to one of her teammates, and then it'll just be a miss there. Lacrosse is often played in the rain. It is not an unusual occurrence. So the teams will be dodging back and forth, trying to get up and forward. Down to Spinelli, who already has a goal on the day. Actually, I believe she has 2. Is the self-start. Power cradling it through, but Spinelli just splitting defenders, and it will be no good. Is the shot on goal. 3:48 remaining in the second quarter. Referees sorting out all sorts of issues. Players continuing to be confused on the field as the referees sort everything out. Planes going overhead. With the rain, you can see the bright lights shining to show you that there is a plane. And it will be Oliver Ames' ball as the rain continues to come down, as they'll be taking this one up the field. And picked up by number 1, Emma Sherkansky. Now trying to make waves are the Tigers, trying to establish that they are the queens of the jungle in this case. And now going back and forth. This has worked successfully for them thus far, as those quick passes going back and forth, all the way around the what looks to be the 12-meter arc. Quick passes, fluid motion, that is what lacrosse is built on, no matter if it's boys or girls. And that one will be in for the Tigers. 6-4 the score, 2:42 remaining in this second half, the second quarter in the first half. As number 42, Abby Dimmick checking in for number 9, senior captain Grace Hannigan. Both teams had their schools that they represent, had their graduations on the same day, Saturday, June 5th, around the same time of 10 a.m. We'll go through those seniors that graduated in 2 minutes and 42 seconds at halftime here. And it'll be, there is a lot of jousting trying to happen here, and the ball flies out, but picked up once again by Kayla Albert. Albert, who is a multi-sport athlete in her own right, sends it over to Yeaton, who does the dodge. And then back and forth here is Drew Giglio. Giglio running behind the net. And then sends it over to Emily McCabe. Whistle stops play there. Looks like there's a man-up advantage for the Oliver Ames Tigers, as Spinelli is standing in the box, marked up by the cones where the bench is at the middle of the field. Free shot for the Bulldogs as the rain is increasing its ferocity, and the shot is caught by Whittup. And a whip with the big play there. And the Tigers now taking it up the field, trying to maneuver and groove their way over, but picked up by the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs will be making a run for it here. The long toss to number 10, Carly Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald scoops it up and sends that one over to her teammate Eaton, who has been on the offensive attack this entire game. She already has a goal to her name, and she's trying to add to it. As the rain continues to pour down a little bit harder, there is no wind, as the flag on Flag Day is not flapping in the wind because the wind is non-existent. The turnover coming, and the Tigers now roaring forward as the wind intenses, and it is picked up by number 23, Faye Gallery. Gallery sends it over to Spinelli. And the team is going to be going back and forth here. In terms of a battle, Spinelli. And the umbrellas coming in as the rain is definitely the hardest it has come all day. And the team's being continuing to move fast, and that one's in for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs take up and puts it in with 32.6 seconds remaining in the first half. 6-5 your score. Oliver Ames lead the Canton Bulldogs in the final regular season game for both teams. This is the Bulldogs' third game in 5 days. They played Oliver Ames on Thursday last week and then Foxborough on Friday. Had the weekend to recover and plan, and now they are back here on Monday to play again.
Don't kick your legs so much.
In the Oliver Ames Tigers trying to make good use of the last 25 seconds. And the shot is in, and they do make good use because that is a goal for the Tigers. It looks like it was 26 if I had to guess. Actually, it might have been Emma Pereira, number 20. Apologize. 20 seconds in there. I'm not really sure who made that goal, but nonetheless, the Tigers take the 7-5 lead here at the end of, near the end of the first half. Spinelli goes up against, goes for the draw. The Bulldogs trying to get it there. Draw was taken by number 22, Kayla Maggot. Magget. Kayla Magget. 6 seconds remain in this one in terms of the first half, and it concludes with the Bulldogs trailing the Tigers 7-5 here at the end of 2 quarters in this varsity girls lacrosse matchup. The seniors for both teams that graduated on June 5th are senior captain for Oliver Ames, senior captain Liliana Lozano, senior captain Emily Nuss, senior captain Emma Pereira, senior Emma Sharkansky, senior Ella Islibib, Ashley Alameda, Catherine O'Donnell, and Emma O'Donnell. For the Bulldogs, it is Nikki Wright, senior captain Grace Hannigan, senior Kayla Albert, senior Abby Dimmick, senior Faith Nelson, and Drew Gaglio. Let's go and check. We'll be moving for technical difficulties and the rain continuing to pour down. Bear with us. 3:50 until the third quarter starts.
put it in. Yeah, thank you.
You got it? And back for the third quarter, as the two teams will be going at it as they switch sides. Yes, they have switched sides. The Bulldogs are now at the side closest to the batting cage-like structure and the new netting put up. And the Oliver Ames Tigers now nearest the scoreboard, showing that they are in the lead 7-5. And the draw going up, and it will be picked up by the Tigers as they continue to be mounting the offense. But then the ball spills out, and looking to see what occurs here. There's the right around the cage there, and the teams are trying to get that ball outside if you're the Bulldogs, and if you're the Tigers, you're trying to get it inside the cage, and it'll be picked up by 17, shuts it in, and it will be no good. Spinelli goes after it, and the teams will continue to fight until the bitter end, or at least until the fourth quarter ends come. $11:27 left to go in the third quarter. Everybody trying to have fun, trying to remain calm here. Ball goes out. It will be picked up by Spinelli. And she will be taking it up the field until she tosses it over to her teammate, and now picked up by Kayla Albert. As the rain continues to pour down at World War II Veterans Memorial Field. Hopefully you're in a safe, warm, and dry place, as this broadcast is sponsored by the Canton Athletics Booster Club. And now the Tigers looking to score and add to their lead and pick up their fourth consecutive win and their second win over the Bulldogs. Both teams have a first-year head coach, which is not an often occurrence. That one is blocked by Beatty. Head coach Jen Rogan is the head of coaching for Oliver Ames, and Coach Danny Aquino is the head coach along with Canton, and brings first-year assistant coach Casey Bradley there. Free shot coming for the Tigers. Getting everything ready. The shot is off, and it will be no good. And it's a scooping battle trying to figure out where the ball is, as it must be a lot slipperier with all the rain coming down. It's also bouncy too. It's like a super bouncy ball, so I can't imagine that helps it. Sending it over to Ella Yeaton, who is wide open, now taking it up the heart of the field. And now trying to get it over to Sierra. Sierra now chasing the ball down around the 20-yard line and making it back, and gives it over to the freshman Spinelli, who has had a fantastic season and already has at least a goal on the day. I think she has 2, if I'm not mistaken. And now she'll be trying to get this one down. The Bulldogs now trying to get a good scoring opportunity. There's no play clock, so the Bulldogs taking their time, making sure they get the right positioning. Got to make sure you get that right angle. Not a 90-degree angle. Well, maybe that is the right angle, but the one that works. And Yeaton looks like she might have found it as she gets it over, and she's in! The second goal for Ella Yeaton, and it is putting the Bulldogs back within 1. 7-6 the score, with 8:32 remaining in the third quarter in this final regular season matchup for both squads. As they go for the draw, it's worth noting that nearly the whole girls lacrosse team for Canton is on the honor roll for term 3. So not only are they excelling on the field, they're excelling in the now physical classroom. And after the Tigers win that one, they will be taking it down the field into the fan, and now they're trying to score once again. Each time one team scores, that's quickly followed by another one. And history repeats itself there, as it will be 8-6 in favor of the Tigers. More black umbrellas seems to be the popular trend, all black. Some of them have white and black. Some of them have black and blue, some of them black and red. Variety of umbrellas today. Now the draw coming. And it will be picked up by the Tigers, but the whistle stops the play. And it looks like they're going to give it to the Bulldogs. And so Ellie Eaton, who just scored moments ago, will take this one and be bringing it down the field. Power, cradle and all. Dodging and hitting it over to Allie McCabe. McCabe blasting through defenders as she gets that one off and just missed it. It bounced just the second too early, but the Bulldogs maintain possession as buckets are coming down from the sky. And those buckets are filled with water, and it will be going towards Allie McCabe. McCabe sends it over to her teammate. The sound of rain is deafening off of the bleachers. Very thankful that Athletic Director Erickson let us into the press box. And it is 7:15 remaining in the third quarter. Bulldogs trailed by 2, but Ellie Eaton, who already has 2 of those goals for the Bulldogs, looks to add to that total. A little toss to her teammate, then blocked by the wall of Tigers, which sounds like a scary thing. And the Tigers on the self-start continue to plow down the field, and it looks to be picked up by number 1, Emma Shikansky, and it will be continuing to move up the field as the mass of humanity going after the ball. And the team's going to be going back and forth here as Spinelli is now taking it up the field once more. I would imagine that the goggles are starting to fog up or fill with water that each team is wearing. Just a shade over 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter, as this broadcast is sponsored by the Canton Athletics Booster Club. And Spinelli trying to force her way in, but no good. It'll still be Bulldog ball. And it looks like she'll get the free shot because that foul occurred in the 8-meter fan. And so she'll get it. She shoots, and she's shot is no good, but the Bulldogs pick it up once again. Albert's shot is good. So Albert scores. That is, I believe, her second goal. So the Bulldogs back within 1. Still a lot of time left to be played, as the rain continues to pour down at World War II Veterans Memorial Field. Thank you for joining us here on Canton Community Television, Comcast 12, Verizon 41, and Verizon HD 2143, and on CantonCommunityTV.org, and also on the Canton Athletics YouTube channel. Up in the draw, it's up, and the teams will be going and trying to gather it, and it'll be picked up by the Bulldogs. Yeaton, who has been quite arguably one of the MVPs for the Bulldogs in this game. Unfortunately for her, she loses the ball, but it will be picked up by the Tigers as they take it down the other end of the field. Number 17, Haley Bourne, trying to make something happen, gets it over to her teammate behind the cage. And now it'll be stopped right in front of Beatty. Beatty, the multiple sport athlete, holding possession of the goal and making sure nothing gets past her. The Bulldogs have scored more goals than they did, more points than they did in their last encounter with the Tigers. Last encounter they scored 6, and this time they are up to 7 with still 17 minutes left to go. And the shot is no good, as this one will roll towards the net. And the rain continues to fall. Whistle stops the play there. Everybody gets set up. It looks like Vaughn will be taking the free shot. Everybody getting set. Ready, and they're about to go. As the ring continues with fierce intensity. And it will be in for number 17, Haley Bourne, who was one of the 12 that started this game. So 9-7 is the score with 3:51 left to go in the third quarter. Ooh, there's now a spiral umbrella with like white and black, but then there's different sections. That's different. And the draw happening in the draw circle. And now the two teams trying to gather that ball and be picked up by the Bulldogs. And the Dogs now pass it back, so Allie McCabe will be in command of the yellow lacrosse ball. It has to be yellow or orange for girls lacrosse. And trying to blast her way through multiple defenders, McCabe gets into the 8-meter fan, but it will be a foul on a Bulldog, so it will go towards the Tigers, who get the ball. Spinelli checking in for number 60, Ellie Eaton, both of them having tremendous games for their team, scoring a bulk of the goals, and Bourne, who has goals for her team in her own right, passes it over. And going up and around, trying to get this one in, and it'll be in for the Tigers. Looks like that might have been Emma Pereira, the senior captain. 10-7 to score, but this is still a lot of time left to be played. This is the last game of the regular season for both teams. It is a season that is nearly 2 years in the making, and all good things must come to an end. And if you ask anybody competing on the field right now in the pouring rain, they are very happy to be playing this game. They've waited 700 days, over 700 days for the season to start, and a downpour doesn't seem to be stopping them. And that goes for both sides. The draw up, and it will be slapped down by Allie McCabe. And Sierra Abbott. Abbott looking for the shot. Gets it over, and it'll be in for the Bulldogs. Looks like off the pass from Sierra Abbott was the goal scored by Carly Fitzgerald. 10-8 the score now. .228 remaining in the third. Rain starting to light up a little bit. Ooh, there's a yellow and black umbrella now on the opposite side of the field in the stands. Yeah, and after that draw, the Bulldogs try to swat it down. And it will be, after the stick is loose from the hands of the Tigers player, it will go towards them in terms of possession of the ball. Excuse me. And the team's going to be going back and forth here. Number 10 trying to blast her way through, and it will be good. As that is Georgia Costello, the junior attacker. 11-8 the score now. 2 minutes even remaining in the third quarter, as these two teams continue to bounce back and forth to each other. The team's now figuring out, the referee trying to figure out whether or not the goal counted or not off of the penalty that just occurred. I'm going to, the referee is still trying to figure it out, trying to figure out what's going on. And the team's going to be continuing to do battle here. And BD now looking to block this one, and that one is shot straight in. No doubt about that one. That one scored by Imba Sharkansky. Sharkansky with the goal. So the Tigers increased their lead. And the Bulldogs now making plays down towards the field, trying to make big plays down here. And the team's coming back and forth. Allie McCabe with the looking to get a shot, twists and turns and shoots it in, and Allie McCabe scores another goal for her team. So with 1:15 left to go, the scoreboard reads 11-9 in favor of the Oliver Ames Tigers. It didn't? Okay. But they just scored another one. Didn't they score two? Yeah, then they scored another one that was straight.
That's what they're telling me.
Didn't they score another one? I thought they scored two. One of them did, so it'd be meant. Oh, confusion. The experts beside me seem to there is one got called back, and so we're going to go with 11-9. And now Kayla looking to get one in. No good. The ball is jumping out, and the Dogs looking to score and get past the the Tiger. But no Bears, as Spinelli trying to squeeze her way through and get into the crease to score. And Sydney just missed. Excuse me, that's fair. As that is the end of the third quarter, with the Dogs trailing 11-9 against the Tigers, going into the fourth and final quarter of regulation. According to HuggleMuckSports.com, head coach Aquino says that her team wants her team to be competitive throughout the year, and they're certainly being competitive in this matchup. Whether they've been up, down, tied, it has been quite the competitive matchup, to say the least. As the rain has let up considerably, I still think it's drizzling a little bit, but nothing near the downpour that was about 12 and a half minutes ago. And when that buzzer sounds, it means the start of the fourth and final quarter of regulation. The last 25 cents has been inserted into the machine, and they're getting ready to play. Cheering coming from both sidelines for their respective teams as they're getting ready to start the fourth quarter, where Oliver Ames leads Canton. And Canton trying to snag this one. And it'll be Oliver Ames' ball. Trying to dodge right there, and the Tigers doing what they have done to a great deal of success is those quick passes all the way around the 12-meter arc there as they continue to, as that one just goes past and it will be out of bounds. So the Bulldogs will take this one. The game is not too far out of reach, only 2 goals. And these two teams have scored at a moment's notice, so definitely not out of reach for either squad in this final regular season matchup. If indeed the Tigers win, they will advance to 5-0, 500 on the season. They'll have an even record overall, and will move into a third-place tie with North Attleboro, who has finished their season on the 11th. And picked off there, and it will be taken down. And trying to gather around there and hands it off. Now being taken up the field is number 10, Georgia Costello, who already had a goal so far in this matchup. Emma Pereira, and it looks like that will be a resulting goal for the team in orange and black. 12-9 the score. 10:50 remains in the regular season for both squads. Quite the journey it has been. They started with masks on everybody, and then it was just masks for the spectators. Now you don't have to wear a mask if you choose not to. You can also choose to wear a mask. And anybody can come to a game now. It's a lot of different changes in just one season. And the draw is off, and the team's going to be going back and forth here as they have been all day, and it looks like the Bulldogs come out with it and come out with the win as they are going back and forth here. Ella Yeaton now taking it and pass it over to Spinelli, and Devin now trying to make something of this possession. He gets it over to Ella. And this one will be picked up. And the Bulldogs now trying to gather themselves, trying to get something going, trying to maneuver their way through. Yeaton passes it over. And now the Bulldogs trying to get it in, and they do. So the Bulldogs reaching double digits as well. Now back to the draw here as this game is on Canton Community Television, Comcast 12, Verizon 41, and Verizon HD 2001-43, and on CantonCommunityTV.org, and on Canton Athletics YouTube channel. So hopefully you are warm and dry wherever you're watching this, and thank you for joining us here on this June 14th day. in Oliver Ames, scooping this one up, and is now setting everything up, slowing things down, trying to get the best chance they can possible. And it was a big pick by the Bulldogs. Still a lot of time left to be played. 9:33, and the Bulldogs only need 2 goals to tie this one up. Picked up by Eaton and sends it over to Devin, and now Devin is trying to make something happen with this one, trying to dodge and maneuver her way closer to the net. Eaton sends it over to Emily. Emily to Allie. Back to Eaton as the team's going to be back and forth here. Just like a ping pong battle, and big fight field for Allie McCabe, who fights her way through the crowd of Tigers and scores and brings the Bulldogs within 1 goal. Yes, 1 goal, as it is 12-11 in favor of the Tigers with 8:48 remaining in the 4th quarter. This game is not over, not by a long shot or by the height that the ball goes off the draw, which will be happening momentarily. As the rain is almost completely gone, but it's New England. It could return in a second, or it could just flat out go away. You never know, just wait 5 minutes, it will change. And the Tigers looking to change the score here in maneuver fast and furious through the Bulldogs' defense. And the big block there from the Bulldogs, playing the best defense they've had all day here, coming up at these clutch moments. And the ball sent over to number 60, Ella Yeaton. And Ella's sprinting up the field. Gets it over to Spinelli. And is now trying to break through the line of Tigers. Gets around and is now trying to send it over to Ella. Ella's shot is in! And Ella ties up the game. Many a goal for Ella, but this one possibly the most important one thus far, as it ties up the game late in the 4th quarter. So, just under 8 minutes to go, and this game is all tied up once more. So just like that, Oliver Ames' lead has been erased in a matter of minutes, and they go back to jockey for position. And the Bulldogs, who've been playing great defense as of the last few minutes, now trying to continue that. It'll be picked up by number 20, Emma Pereira, who is the league MVP in ice hockey earlier this year. And the team's going to be continuing back and forth as soon as the referee resumes play. Everybody's sitting up on the right positioning. And it'll be straight in for the Tigers. Right in the upper corner there. And we'll put them up 13-12 with 7 minutes even remaining in the ball game. And the team's going to be back in the draw circle. And will draw their lacrosse sticks in an even fashion and try to gather the balls. The loudest ovation for either side just came from the crowd. Bulldogs win that one, and they will be taking it up the field past the restricting line and then over to Yeaton. Now swarmed by 4 Tigers, now 5, and the ball goes straight into the pocket of the goalie Whittup. And the ball goes out of the pocket and it'll be picked up by Kayla Albert. Albert loses it momentarily but regains possession. The ball is being scooped up by Spinelli, who with the power cradle sends it over to McCabe, and the clapping coming from the Bulldog faithful in the stands. In the chance of defense coming from the Oliver Ames side of things. So both teams have passionate supporters. And straight to Faye. Faye's trying to get out of there. Gets it over to Abbott. Spinelli hits it with a backhand and it's in. And the backhanded goal ties it up at 13. And the Bulldogs need to play a little bit of defense so they can get the leading goal. They only led once in this game, and that was early in the, I believe, second quarter when they led 3-2, or first quarter. Somewhere early, very early on in the game. But right now, it's all tied at 13, 5:54 remaining in the fourth quarter. And picked up by the Bulldogs there. And it will go back towards the Oliver Ames way. And after the tumble, the teams will stop the play there. Tied at 13, 5.5 minutes roughly remains, and it has been quite the back and forth battle between both teams as they go tit for tat on each different possession. Whether one team scores not too far behind is the other team tying this one up. Multiple ties in this one, more ties than I have in my closet. So there are a lot of ties in this one, and we're knotted at one right now, 13 all for both teams. It looks to be okay, and the teams will be resuming play shortly after the clapping and ovation coming from both sides. And now the restart happening and going back and forth trying to get past the Bulldogs are Oliver Ames now along the X, straight blasting through like dynamite, but then decided to go back. The spin move, spinning around, and the shot no good. Bulldogs pick this one up and will be sprinting down towards their opponent's side of the field. And the just missed there, and it'll be the miscue, but the ball is stopped due to the referee's whistle. And the self-start will go back. As one of the three Emma's shot is no good, as the rain has ceased for the time being. The flag not flapping on Flag Day due to there being no wind, and the steal coming. But it'll be given back to the Bulldogs, but not till an interception happens as the ball keeps getting turned over. Somebody call the Rolling Stones, even though it gathers no moss. 14-4. Team's looking for the 14th goal, but it is 4:07 remaining in the fourth quarter. No. Oliver Ames going back to what's worked all day. Those quick passes right around the arc there. And this one looks to roll out of bounds. And it will be given to the Bulldogs. 3:35 left to go, all tied up at 13. Teams looking for a little bit of luck at this unlucky juncture in terms of the score, but the teams fall into each other. Very competitive. Two evenly matched teams here. Free shot happening after the minor foul, or in the arc, and it'll be blocked by Beatty, and it will be picked up by OA. And OA's shot is no good, and this one will roll out of bounds. .236 remaining. Still tied. And both teams trying to get this one, and it will be a tussle, but be picked up and then lost again. And then over. Looks like the Bulldogs get it and try to get that one out of there. Pass it to Spinelli around the draw circle. And Eaton now maneuvering her way past the restraining line. Eaton looks for a shot, and it is no good. Under 2 to go, and the Tigers are sprinting up the field. And going back and forth, trying to line up a shot. The ball is dropped, but then picked up, and it looks like it is caught in the pocket for Beatty. The long toss hit to Abbott, who gets it over to her teammate. And Devin now trying to score like she has on multiple occasions today. Devin trying to avoid the defenders, doing all sorts of dodges, as there are many dodges in the game of lacrosse. Devin loses it, but picks it back up, and Spinelli trying to figure out what to do next. Gives it over to Emily McCabe. Under a minute to go here at World War II Veterans Memorial Field, still tied at 13. Bulldogs maintaining possession. Junior captain Ellie McCabe gets past one defender. Looks to get this one over. 35 seconds remaining. The Bulldogs looking to get these last second heroics. And scooped up like ice cream for Yeaton. Yeaton now racing down the field. Under 30 seconds to go. The shot is no good. OA looking to gather this one. Picks that one up off the bounce. And is now racing down the sideline. Abbott now trying to block, as there is more Bulldogs than there are Tigers where the ball is. I'll tell it, it's about 10 seconds remaining as this game is still tied. 7 seconds remaining. The Bulldogs trying to get this shot off. Emily's shot, no good. And the fourth quarter will end with a tie. And that is it. The game will result in a tie, 13-all. It is great play from both sides, and both teams will take this one in a highly, highly contested fashion. Great play by both teams as multiple scoring has happened for both sides. As Aaron Beatty playing great defense, Ellie Yeaton and Devin Spinelli playing great for the Bulldogs. And then you have Emma Pereira, Jess Winnup, and Emma Sharkansky, who played great for their team, scoring multiple goals. As the chairs go out, and at the end of this one, 13 all, the final score. Referees conferring with each other. As you are watching this on Canton Community Television, Comcast 12, Verizon 41, and Verizon HD 2143. And on CantonCommunityTV.org, where you can go to stations, click Student Station, then click Watch in the upper right-hand corner. You'll be taken right there, no matter if you're in Easton, if you're in Kansas, or no matter where you are. As long as you have a stable internet connection, you'll be able to see it. As it looks like they're going to be continuing this one. 4-minute overtime, sudden death.
Rick, is this Federation? Yeah, is this Federation?
So it looks like we're going to have the referees explaining us, so this game is not over. The crowd's very rowdy in this one as we're going into the overtimes. I believe it's 3 minutes, and whoever scores the first goal wins. If nobody scores in 3 minutes, then they'll switch sides and continue. Looks like there must be a winner. As the teams gear up for this overtime matchup. The captains get the instructions from the referees, and they'll have the sudden death overtime. Looks like there must be a winner, as both JV squads are looking on, supporting their team, their respective teams. The rain picking up just a little bit. And they'll be back out onto the field, shaking at all the rain from all the gear, and they'll get back underway. Bulldogs lining up, getting everything ready. Tigers doing the same. Again, 3 minutes in each overtime. If nobody scores in those 3 minutes, they'll switch sides and do it again. The team that scores first wins the entire matchup. Bulldogs looking to finish their season on a good note. The Tigers looking to finish with an overall record of 500. Have an even loss and win record and move into third place, tied with North Attleboro, who finished their season last week. So still a lot riding on this one, and quite the big matchup here, as these guys opening up a little bit more once again. Don't let the extra light fool you. Now with the draw, as it is a draw right now, and Oliver Ames wins the draw, and so they're looking to score early and often, and that's it. That's the game. Within 10 seconds, OA decides it and calls it a day. So the end. Looks like it might have been scored by number 1, Emma Sherkansky, who scored the winning goal in overtime. So with that, with the game over and Oliver Ames winning the game, the Bulldogs still happy to play the season and a very challenging season. That is it for Canton Community Television, for Saeed, for both teams. I'm Kevin Prake. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself.